Dan's got his glasses on tonight. Glasses guy.
Nerd guy. Actually, someone in class today was like, I wish I had bad vision so I had an excuse to wear glasses. And I was like, shut up. No, you don't.
That's like saying I wish I had diabetes so I couldn't eat freaking good food.
Yeah, exactly. So I would control my diet. It's like, okay. Why don't you just wear glasses that are not prescribed? You can do that.
Yeah.
They're like $10 online.
You can also be a vegan and be freaking dumb.
Yeah. I was in a good mood today. I was really going for it.
I'm in a good mood.
In a good mood. We just watched a good movie.
We just watched a great movie. Welcome back to Real Legends. I'm Bo.
I'm Dan.
And tonight's movie is The Sting.
Dude.
Starring Paul Newman and the late and great Robert Redford. So this episode goes out to you, Robert Redford.
So sad he died. I didn't even know who he was until today, and now I'm very sad because he crushes it in this movie.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to check out more of his movies, and I'm sure we'll probably hit some of them as we go on with the show, because, like they say, the show must go on.
Do you think that this is like his big movie? Like The Sting, is this like the kind of the one that he's most known for?
I'm not that old, so I don't know. But as far as like my knowledge of Robert Redford, I know this is probably one of his breakout roles. And him and Paul Newman did another big movie that was successful.
Which one is Paul Newman?
Gondorff or what's his name? Gondorff. Have you ever heard of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Paul Newman and
Robert really?
Redford. Yeah. All right, dude. Well, what are your initial thoughts about the movie?
That's a great movie. I really liked it. I was hooked the entire time. It's old, but it's so good still. And I think it kind of goes back to what I said about Casablanca, where there's no special effects, there's no CGI. You can't rely on any of that stuff. So the movie just has to be tight.
Yeah.
And like, I felt the same way watching this as I did watching Casablanca. Like, the quips that they have are so, like, they're just, wow, they just take you back. You're like, dang, I wish I talked like that. I wish people still spoke that way.
The accents, the slang.
Yeah. Just so much personality.
Yeah.
And like character in the whole movie the whole time. And you're just like, dang.
Including the locations.
Yeah. You just feel like you're there the whole time. And I feel like I just love watching older movies now because of that feeling. What did you think?
Man, these locations are spectacular.
Yeah.
Just like rad or amazing. You've got these train yards or like old factories and just slums of Chicago and these cool gambling halls and just all of it just has so much character and filled with people, filled with action. And the camera, the way they use it in this movie is interesting. I don't know if you really noticed, but just so many times where it's like the cameras, it's not that a camera never moves or pans or tilts, but like it'll be set like way back in a room, like the merry-go-round room. When we first see that, it's way back there so you can see the whole merry-go-round. But then Robert Redford enters from like the opposite side and you can like barely see him. And she's like, yeah, he's back there. And then he like walks around the whole thing. And it's just like, wow, that was cool. Like, would I have thought to like shoot the film that way? Like to have it like the camera way back there and him small in the background and walk all the way around it. And like, but it's interesting. And yeah, how would you show that room and how would you make it interesting? And tons of ways you could do it. But the way they work with the camera in this movie makes it different and makes it entertaining.
It's funny because that's just not stuff I pay attention to because I haven't done any film.
Sure.
So I would have to watch it again and like look at the specific pieces. But it is a pretty interesting thing that you noticed.
Those are my initial thoughts. Very entertaining. I love the quips. I mean, can't get into spoilers yet, but just Paul Newman, his quips and character, and then Robert Redford also just being the snarky younger guy. Just great. Very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't already, check us out on Real Legends Movie Podcast on YouTube and real.legends.pod on Instagram. Give us some love and interact with us. It helps grow the show. Send it to a friend. Share one of our shorts, And shout out what movies you want to see us review or your takes on any of these movies, and we'll review them or we'll read them on the podcast. And we'll shout you out. On to spoilers. So if you haven't seen The Sting from 1973, go check it out. All right, man. Where do you want to start?
Dude, I think it has one of the greatest intros to any movie. That scene where he gets the money and you're not really sure who's who or what's doing what. And this kind of nasty guy walks out, and the guy like runs past him with the knife, and he's like, "Oh, he stole my money and stuff." And then Robert Redford's character walks in, and they switch the money because he puts it in his pants or whatever, all through like illusion. And it's just such a good, it's just such a cool intro, because like you're sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, this guy's bleeding out and he just got his money stolen. Like, what's he gonna do?
Why would he trust someone to go take his money to deliver it?
Yeah,
to some stranger.
Yeah, and you're just wondering like the whole time, and then all of a sudden, 6-7 minutes into the movie, you see that it was a big con, and then these two guys are laughing about it, and you're like, whoa, that was sick. That was so cool. Like an awesome little trick.
Yeah, these grifters, they freaking wreck people.
Yeah.
But it turns out that the person they robbed from was not the right person to steal from, because he's delivering money for a big mob boss, an Irish, like racketeer boss. And this sets a lot of things in commotion.
Yeah. Doyle is a cool character, Lonnegan. He's very, very scary.
Yeah. Very no nonsense and commanding.
Yeah.
You follow?
You follow?
He likes to say that to people.
Follow?
Like, you understand? You get it? Because this is happening. What I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's interesting. When we get like kind of introduced to him, straight away he's like, take care of these guys, kill them. And then we see more where it's like, if anyone ever found out that I had lost to like two nobodies, I'd have to kill them and everyone they know, because I can't have anyone thinking I'm not the top dog.
Yep.
So he's brutal.
Yeah, they send him and they get Luther. So they kill Luther, and then Hooker gets away, and then it's like this whole thing where you can't believe that they killed Luther. Luther told him to go see this guy beforehand. And then, you feel sad that like Luther gets killed because he's this old guy, and like obviously people are still very racist. It's the 1930s in Chicago, and it's like, dang, this guy, like, he's finally like, he's out. He's got a beautiful wife who goes to church, and you're like, you want the best for him, and then he just gets wrecked.
Yeah,
very like, sad. Dang, so fast.
And very understandably, Hooker wants revenge.
Yep.
For his partner getting killed. It's interesting too, kind of when we get introduced to Hooker, like the first thing he does after he gets all this money, this huge score of splitting $10,000 or like $11,000, is he goes and sees some girl that's not even that interested in him, not very attractive, and then he goes and bets it all and loses it.
Yeah,
it's just like, wow, you're living a pretty destructive life right now.
I think we're going to get into this when we talk about what he needs, because he does have that arc at the end. I don't want to jump too ahead in that, but yeah, like at first you can tell that he's very brash. He's very immature. He just kind of wants things. He's flying by the seat of his pants, as they say.
Yeah.
And there's something that's like attractive about that in a character, where he just kind of does what he wants, but you also like look at him kind of like you'd look at like a younger brother, and you're like, oh, you could be so much more. You could be so much better.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's almost like a Tom Sawyer character, where it's like, only you could use your powers for good.
Right. It's interesting too, because throughout the movie, you kind of, I kind of had a similar feeling as I did when I was watching The Godfather, where like, I don't love that they're committing crime. Right. I don't love that it's glorifying being a gangster. I hate that when I'm done watching a movie like that, I want to go put on a mob outfit and sit in a room and smoke a cigar and drink alcohol and gamble
and say, give me the list.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And just be like this, the guy. I want to do that now. But at the same time, it's like,
I don't want lung cancer.
I don't want that. It's not correct. But the people that he's going against are worse. Like, Lonnegan is a murderer, and like he kills people for fun.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, well, it's kind of like the same thing with Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
So like the guys that you're rooting for aren't exactly good guys, but the guys they're fighting against is like, you kind of don't like him either. So it's like, well, let's just watch it play out.
It's like, on the one hand, you've got some mischievous criminals, but they're charming.
Yes.
On the other hand, you got these guys that are just like brutal, and
Yeah.
you want to see them taken down a notch.
Yep.
So Hooker goes to see Gondorff, and yeah, he he has to sober him up and make some great wise cracks. Like, Luther told me I could learn something from you. I already know how to drink.
Like I said before, just like so much personality in every scene that they have. Like the way they interact with each other is just like one witty quip after another, just back and forth. They're zooming. It's great.
It seems like also Robert Redford's supposed to play like a pretty young guy in this, but like how old is he in this movie?
That's true. They call him Kid, and it's like he's like wrinkly. Like he has his shirt off and he's got like all wrinkly chest.
43?
Wow, he looks so good as a 43-year-old. Are you kidding me?
And he's supposed to be playing probably like, you know, a guy in his 20s,
Yeah.
late 20s.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's true.
He does look pretty manly. So
That's kind of an interesting thing about older movies is that they make the men look very young, and they like kind of have these older men playing young characters. Like in Casablanca as well. That guy, he's like 50 or 40.
Like late 40s, and he's playing like a 37-year-old or something.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what's interesting though? Like The Godfather, Al Pacino, they make him look like very young at the beginning, but by the time he becomes like the Godfather, at the end when he's like in his suit and he's in the chair and his sister comes in and she's all mad at him, he like looks mature and older, and like they do a good job at that.
That's true.
It's like the hairstyling and like I don't know what else they do. Maybe the way the clothes fit.
Yeah.
But it's also wild that these. I was gonna bring this up, and I'll just say it now since we're on the topic. That like the Godfather and this movie are like made in like the same, roughly the same time period, close to each other.
Yeah.
Because this one's very like a little joyful, whereas like the Godfather is just like this is just a straight dark movie.
True. That's something I really like about this movie. I feel like its personality is just so strong throughout the entire film. Like all the characters have tons of personality. The music is really interesting. The shooting is really interesting. You just feel like you're wrapped up in the movie. I love that feeling.
Yeah, you feel like you're what do they call it? Like you're immersed.
Mm-hmm.
Very immersive.
Yeah,
which I love
extremely.
Okay, we gotta talk about. So Hooker and Gondorff decide they're gonna work together to take down Lonnegan.
Yep.
So they find out Lonnegan likes to gamble on his trip from New York to Chicago.
Hold on, before we do that, I love the recruiting scene.
Okay,
the recruiting scene is so great.
Take it away.
Where he's like, "Are we gonna do this?" And he's like, "We're gonna do this." And then it shows him recruiting his boys. It doesn't introduce them by name or anything. He just does the little nose thing. And that one guy in the bank just puts his stuff down and instantly drops everything and just comes the Gondorff's call. It's like, dang, that's awesome. But he puts up the bat signal. It's like
honor among thieves.
We're ready to go. Yeah. And he just like assembles this little crew. Maybe my second favorite scene is the scene when they're in that room with the poker table, smokes all around them, they're all drinking, they all have their cool hats on, and they're all dishing about all the information they have on Lonnegan.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he does this, and he knows this, and he does this, and he's, he'll kill you for sport. And he's also, he hates losing, and he cheats in poker, and like all this stuff.
Like there's an Irishman that doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, and he doesn't chase dames.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna do with that?
Yeah, and they find out that he cheats. So then, like you were saying, they decide to basically make him create an enemy. That's like the whole purpose of Gondorff playing this obnoxious character.
Yeah,
is to make an enemy, and he does so good.
Yeah, so they're on the train. He gets involved in the poker game, and he's a complete ass. And just like, man, all of that, just the stuff he says to Lonnegan, his whole personality is just awesome. Just like,
great.
Just telling these rich guys off, like,
maybe you'd be playing better if you got your head out of your ass.
Yeah, you'll be right behind him, so don't worry. Just like, won't call Lonnegan by his right name.
That's my favorite scene.
It's so fun.
In the whole movie, that's like the number one scene is when Gondorff plays this obnoxious fool. He just does it so perfectly.
Yeah, and just takes them for their money. He cheats better than them.
Yeah, and Gondorff makes Lonnegan so mad. It's so fun to watch. He's just trolling him the whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah, and so they set him up to, well, first of all, lose some money to him, and then but not even have the money to pay uh, Gondorff, who's going as Shaw.
Yeah.
Tells him his name's Shaw, but we'll just say Gondorff.
Yeah.
And then that's embarrassing because it's like, well, I have to, you know, I need to pay this guy.
Well, he catches him. He catches him cheating too.
Yeah, they know he's cheating because they're cheating. So
Yeah.
like, there's no way he could have done this because we set up his card.
Yeah.
And so that's another fun twist.
The scene where he's playing with the cards too, and he just keeps revealing the ace.
Yeah,
It's like, dang, this is so cool.
this guy's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's another thing about this movie, that like the illusions are real because they don't have CGI or special effects. Like they're filming this guy moving cards with his hands, and they're filming actual illusions that he probably learned for the movie, which is so cool.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
There is a little, I caught it when I was watching it, but like when it goes down to the hands and he's doing it and he's done, you can see a little like, whoever's hands those aren't actually probably Paul Newman's.
Oh, really?
He's doing it, but it's still cool because they do it in camera, right?
Caught me.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, this is so sick.
No, it is cool. The setup really is that Hooker goes and tells him, hey, I want to betray Gondorff. Like, don't worry about the money you owe us. I'll say you paid us, but I want you to help me take over his racket.
Yeah.
And so Lonnegan eventually won't go through all the plots. We'll just skip to this. Like, and if there's anything you want to interject, do it. But they basically, the idea is Lonnegan's gonna make bets at their place and clean house. And when he cleans house, Hooker will be able to move in and take over the business.
Yeah. Because that's like Lonnegan's specialties. He finds racket. He like finds kind of shady operations, and then he just muscles his way in through pure strength and strategy.
Yeah, which is, so it's right up his alley.
Yeah.
You're setting him up. Like, oh yeah, I've done this many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, man, there's just so many moving parts though after that. It's crazy.
It actually goes nuts. He goes in the first time, gets the money bet, and then he's like, okay, we'll do the big run. And then he's like, no, I'm going to do a small one. But then they like work around his small one so that he can't bet.
Yeah.
And then the guy wins, and he's like, oh, fine, I'll do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So like and this is what makes the movie so cool, is like the one-upsmanship just keeps going, and you think like, oh my gosh, like they're definitely going to bust him. He's definitely going to get caught here. Yeah. And then he doesn't, and then he gets away, and it's like one after another, after another, after another. Things just kind of keep going.
Yeah. And there's so many people, so many con artists involved to make all this happen, from setting up the fake racketeer betting saloon to just using that guy's office for like 5 minutes to meet.
Oh my gosh, what a great scene.
Just like, hey, we're here to paint your office. Sorry, pal. They kick him out, and then they switch a picture and have Lonnegan come in. It's like, yeah, it's my office, but we can't be here. Someone's painting.
It's getting painted.
So let's go somewhere else.
Oh, it's so good. What, I can't stay here and do my work? Well, you can, but there's going to be a tarp on your head. Okay, I'll leave. And then he like phones into the secretary. I'm going to be leaving for the day. The guy's standing right there like, what?
What the heck is going on here?
It's just, yeah, like, I love, it's like, he wants to meet him. We got to figure something out right now. And he's like, okay, we'll take care of it. And then within a few hours, they've got this whole thing set up, and then they pull it off.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There are some wizards for
They
sure.
are. They're just shady little crooks.
Dude. And then just the culmination of it all coming together, where it's like, okay, Hooker, people are trying to kill him because he was one of the original people that screwed Lonnegan, so they're still looking for him. Plus he has a police guy that's after him that he tricked into giving him fake money. What would you call it? Counterfeit money.
Yeah.
And then he's got
Snyder.
his con he's trying to play. And then we get introduced to the FBI, where we think, as the audience, we're unaware, like, oh shoot, the FBI is after Gondorff. And they're using Hooker, and this is all going to crap.
They had me hook, line, and sinker the entire time. I thought the FBI was gonna bust them. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't sell out your friend.
Yeah.
And the scene where they're playing cards together and Hooker's acting kind of like mysterious and aloof.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's going on, man? Like, you're not talking much. And you're like, just tell him, man. Tell him you ratted him out. But it's like, they already know. They're doing the whole plan.
He actually is just nervous, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it all comes down to where Lonnegan's going to bet $500,000 because he's like, all right, I've tested this trick twice and it works.
Yeah.
So here it is. It's all on the line.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because he bets, and then the Great Western actor, con artist, comes in. Great Western being like the communication lines, and he's like, "Wait, you bet on this horse? No, he's getting second place. What are you doing?"
That was the wrong
and
one.
Lonnegan loses his mind, dude. He runs up. He's like, "Give me my money. There's a mistake." And then FBI busts in, and yeah, take it from there. What you thought? It's like Hooker, the cop, the FBI's like, "Hooker, you're free to go."
Yeah, I was like, don't tell him he's free to go right when he's there. He's gonna be upset. And then yeah, he pulls out his gun, shoots him dead. The FBI shoots that guy dead, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's this massive shootout. I can't believe the two characters just died. Yeah. This is gonna be such a sad ending, just like
No Country for Old
Men. Just like Old Man Country movie. No Country for Old Men. I was like, no, you can't kill the main characters like this. And then Lonnegan's like freaking out, and Snyder's like, you can't be associated with this, boss. We gotta get out of here. But my $500,000 is in there. Who cares? We gotta go. And then all of a sudden, he opens his eyes again, and it's like, oh, I just got totally duped. They tricked me. So good.
They got freaking even Snyder taking care of him.
Yeah.
Making him think everyone's dead. Hooker's dead. That he's helping them out.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
I love it when movies don't let the audience in on like little tricks they're doing, because it builds so much suspense. Like I was feeling
Good twist.
I was feeling so suspenseful. Like I was so anxious to see what was going to happen at the end.
Right, because you think you do. Like it reveals something, we know something that we think Gondorff doesn't know. Like, oh, the FBI's after you, and Hooker's going to betray you because he has no other choice.
Exactly.
Because they're threatening Luther's wife.
Yep.
And it's like, man, I freaking hate Snyder.
Yeah.
And then, so you think like, oh, dang it, all this is happening. And then it gets revealed. It's like, no, actually, everyone knew. You just didn't know. It's like, dang.
It's so good.
It's kind of similar to Ocean's 11, right? Where it's like, oh, they got out with the FBI SWAT team, or the SWAT team stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, shoot.
Honestly, I see a ton of parallels between this movie and Ocean's 11. I wouldn't be surprised if the directors watched this movie first and they're like,
sure,
we got to follow pretty well, because they do such a good job of like kind of following the same vein of all the points, all the high points in this movie.
Definitely both have charming consmen. Yep.
Except this one doesn't really have much of a romance. The objective is just like for friendship. Like they're trying to kill, like you killed my friend, and so I'm gonna ruin your life.
Which is actually kind of like, is it the second or third Ocean's movie where what's his name gets killed?
I haven't seen it, so
never mind.
You just freaking spoiled it.
Well, I didn't say who, so
I knew it was someone.
I know it was one of the 11.
Dude, Ocean's 10.
Anyway, does that wrap us up? Do we want to hit the story questions? Whose story is it? What do they want? What do they need? And do we care? Does the movie make us care?
Hooker, obviously.
I hardly know her.
Clearly it's Hooker's. He needs to...
What does he want?
He wants revenge.
Okay.
That's really all he wants.
Yep. I like his line. He's like, I gotta take him because I don't know enough about killing to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, he just wants revenge for Luther. He wants this guy to suffer. And then what he needs is $500,000, apparently. He's pretty happy after that.
Well, he walks away. He doesn't even care really about the money.
It's true.
What does he need?
What does he need? What does he need?
I think some of it might have to do with when Gondorff tells him, because at one point Hooker admits like, okay, someone's trying to kill me, and he's like, hey, you can't treat your friends like you treat your marks. You keep your marks at a distance and you don't reveal everything, and you evade them and things, but when you're with friends, you got to let them help you. You got to be a team. And I think by the end of the movie, that's something that he does kind of learn. There's this weird thing with Gondorff had guy following him to protect him, and he kills this girl that was actually an assassin hired by Lonnegan to find this grifter and kill him. She's a professional, and she was about to kill him, and this protector guy that comes out of nowhere, we see his gloves a couple times.
Yeah.
He saves him.
Yeah.
And so it's like by the end of the movie, I feel like he's kind of learned and realized like the value of friendship and like trusting people and letting people in more.
Do you feel like he doesn't trust anybody at first? I feel like he does trust Luther a lot.
Well, it is interesting with Luther. Even with him, he's kind of like brash and like what do you mean you're quitting? And like doesn't, I don't know, like he's like partners with him, but like he just runs off and loses his money and chases girls that are way below him.
True.
And he's just kind of living a destructive life. And so, yeah, I don't know if like the want or kind of arc has to do with him like coming to be like, there's more to life. Like, you know, let your friends be your friends. And like, it's not just about living every moment for yourself.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it either. That's why it's interesting that he doesn't take the money in the end. Maybe that's what it is like he understands his weakness so well that he refuses to indulge in the money.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's just going to lose it.
Yeah, and he even says that in the movie. He's like, I would just waste it anyway. Or
yeah.
So
like it might just be like, oh, like he's able to see his own weakness now. Well, this is good, man. I really liked it. Should we do ratings?
I do want to get your thoughts on one thing.
Tell me.
What's with our boy Robert Redford Hooker chasing these trashy, not attractive women in this movie?
I don't know. To be honest, every girl in this movie is kind of ugly. So is Gandalf's, bro.
Gandalf's.
Gandalf gets no tail.
Bro, but you know who does? Humphrey Bogart, dude. Freaking Casablanca.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a freaking babe.
Come on. She's so cute.
Yeah.
She's like 20 as well.
I don't know why in this movie, they were like, let's have no attractive women.
Yeah, it was strange. I wonder if it's just because, like, these guys actually aren't that great. And so maybe it's like, well,
they're just grifters. What kind of women can they pull? But they're con artists. They could pull any woman.
Exactly. They're con artists.
It's like, hey, maybe you want to go out tonight in my Rolls Royce?
Although, this might be kind of a crazy take, but, like, I don't mind when romance is secondary in a movie, because I typically feel like, at least in the last few movies that we've watched, I know there's exceptions, but I always feel like romance kind of slows the movie down for me. Like I don't like romance that much in movies. I want to watch like the action, the cool story. And so like when they do kind of like insert romance into certain films, like A Knight's Tale is a perfect example. Like the only thing I don't like about that movie is the romance.
Yeah.
And then in Casablanca, the woman that they introduce, she's a cheater. And it's like, I don't love that romance either.
I'm not asking for a romance. I'm asking for an attractive woman.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this incredibly handsome man not meeting at least one cute gal?
True. That being said, I will say, I think what would have made this movie better is if there was actually a woman who is trying to persuade Hooker to be a better man.
Yeah.
Because those are romances I actually really like. And those are women in movies that I care about.
We just watched a movie like that, Inception, where the girl's trying to help him.
Oh, true. Yes. She's a great female character.
Yeah.
She's very empathetic and she's kind and she's able to see those negative emotions that he has that other men can't see because she has the superpower of empathy. And so she's able to discern that. And then, what's the other movie?
Compassion.
I was going to say.
Compassion, even, because compassion is the desire to act, like not only just care about or understand someone's feelings, but the desire to actually help them.
Exactly. And the other movie I was going to say is The Godfather, is that Michael's character never actually lets his wife help him.
Yeah.
But you can tell that she cares so much about him.
And she would help him.
And she would
let him.
Yes, exactly. And so like that's like a male-female dynamic that I really like, is like she's being helpful. She's attempting to be helpful. And so I think if he did have, I don't know, if he was kind of out following trashy women because he just kind of wants to like live fast and die young or whatever. But there's this woman who's like, hey, I need you to be better. I need you to be more. I need you to be like, you know, more honest with me. Then it would be like a better movie, because then his arc would be more complete, because he would then be like, I need to improve for this woman. And I think that's every man's ultimate story, is like you find a woman who you really love and you're willing to change and do better for her.
Yeah.
That's a romance that I love, is that
Sure.
a woman actually comes in and you're like, you know what? I am going to be better for you.
Yeah.
Not these stupid women who show up and they're horrible people and they've cheated on people and they are awful and they lie and you're like, you're supposed to like this woman. And it's like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. For this one, I definitely think it's more of a friendship and about that.
Yeah.
Just like letting your guard down a bit and letting go of revenge. Because even the take doesn't really, it won't satisfy Luther getting killed.
Yeah.
But letting go. So I guess the movie did make you care.
It did. I think it does.
Yeah.
What's your rating?
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
It is good.
I'm thinking around an 8 here for this movie.
I think I'd give it an 8.5.
Well, that's strong. Yeah.
I really liked it. I like heist movies. I'm discovering I think they're really fun.
Yeah.
8.5.
I think I'll go 6. Just kidding. Good movie.
I think
Very well made.
Another reason for me, like it's an 8.5, is that it's just made in the 70s. Like it's an old movie, and it really holds up well.
Yeah, which I think matters, but also like it's just like how well it works. That's like what my score is based off of, regardless of when it was made or how like fancy it looks. Or it's like, does it work well? Do I stay immersed? Is it believable? And is it entertaining? And do I care about the characters? And does the movie, give me a reason to care and to root for people and to feel things? And it does, right? Like I'm feeling things, and I'm like, gosh, like Hooker, what are you doing, man? And then like Gondorff just being an absolute fool and just loving it, and just like, dude, you're so good at what you do. I love you.
Such a good scene.
I love you. All right, well, that was great, man. We got some good scores. Good movie.
I agree. I would 100% watch this movie again.
And recommend?
Yeah.
100%.
If you like heist movies, you absolutely have to watch this movie. Like, it is a heist classic. I wonder what the first heist movie is. Asphalt Jungle in 1950.
A meticulous criminal mastermind assembles a crew to rob a jewelry store.
Dang it,
then follows the planning, execution, and inevitable unraveling of the heist. That's all I want to know. I don't want to hear anything else.
Son of a gun, I'm in. Oh, it's Marilyn Monroe. Dude. We have to watch it. I've never seen a Marilyn Monroe film.
Well, let's do it. Let's put it on the list. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Real Legends. Be sure to comment and shout out your favorite movies or your takes on The Sting and any of the other movies we reviewed, and we'll read them on the show. And we'll see you at the cinema concession stand.
Catch you on the flippity flop.